Has your band's music been flagged on Spotify and then had your tracks removed completely and you didn't know what to do about it? Well, you're not alone. That just happened to us about 2 months ago. So welcome to the channel. This is a very special episode of QB Reviews Things. Let's discuss how we got our music back on Spotify after this long and grueling process.
QB Reviews Things.
Okay, if this is your first time on the channel, first of all, my name's QB, and I'm in a band called The Outlet. We've been a band for just over 2 years now. We have kind of a decent catalog on Spotify, but also on all the streaming platforms because we use the distribution site TuneCore. Now, if you use DistroKid or CD Baby, I don't know what this would look like for you. What happened, in a nutshell, was about 2 months ago, I got an email saying that we had 3 singles from one album get flagged on Spotify and then subsequently removed from Spotify, and not just those 3 singles, the whole album. And it was flagged for
artificial streaming.
Now, the way they presented it to us was that it seemed as if we used a third-party service to farm a bunch of streams, which we did not. But that didn't matter because they thought we did, and then our stuff was literally taken off of Spotify. And actually, it was taken off of everything to begin with. So if you would have looked at our catalog at that time, it would have had our singles, our first full-length album, and that's it. So here's how it went down, and here's how we fixed it. First of all, our channel here on YouTube makes music and music videos, but we also do something funny. We do review videos as QB in The Outlet, reviewing things. Specifically, lately, we review my favorite football team, the Jacksonville Jaguars. I know, but either way. And I do it every week. And what we do with our review videos is we put The Outlet's music in the background, just like this one. We remove the vocals, so it's beautiful background music, and then we put it in the description, what the song is, if people want to hear the real thing. Okay, so the Jags play a game, I do a review afterwards, and I make the video. And I choose a specific song as the background music. I go through the whole process, edit the video, put it on the channel, and I go to add the link to Spotify, to the real track, and the link to the YouTube. Well, I can't find it anywhere. And I find that bizarre. Like, what the heck? Check the email, find it. Okay, so here we are. The email was from TuneCore, our distribution site. And it tells us we're flagged for artificial streaming. It's been removed. The flag came from Spotify, so they removed everything. And we were charged $10 per flag. And we had 3 flags for the singles and 1 for the album that those 3 singles were on. So we also got $40 taken out of our TuneCore account immediately. At first, we were in a panic, didn't know what to do. So I instantly emailed them back. Now, personally, we've had a lot of run-ins with TuneCore. I'm not here to just bash them, but if you're using DistroKid or CD Baby, maybe comment below how much better they are, or if they're just as annoying. But we've had a lot of run-ins with TuneCore. So far, all those run-ins before this were about the album artwork. And if you, shameless plug, go to our band page right now on Spotify or anywhere, you'll see that our album artwork is always my face, just in a different color. And about 50% of the stuff we released has been flagged before it got out to stores, because you're not supposed to have words on your artwork unless it pertains to the song or the band name. Well, my face looks like an outlet. And my eyes happen to spell outlet. And I've had to explain that to them about 50% of our releases. We always win, and they always do it, And then the next time it happens, I say, hey, look at our catalog. Everything that you've approved is this. But whatever, we always have to go through this. Back to the flag. So I immediately email them and say, hey, get our music back on. We didn't do that. That's crazy. No response. So then I start doing research. I talk to Grok. That was my first thing. And Grok says there's a submission form on TuneCore at the bottom about flags and content removal. So I found the submission form that night, submitted it, and then 2 days later, we did get a response. Here's what the response says. You didn't provide enough evidence for us to reinstate you. Now, at this point, it's heartbreaking because we are a very small band, but we're very hardworking. We're releasing tracks every month. We have singles that are waterfalling into albums January to March of 26, and then April and May of 26 are going towards an album that starts in January of 27. June through December of 26 is a waterfall for an entire new album called Ghost. Another plug. Watch out for that. So we're hardworking. We're doing it right. We do spend money on like the YouTube paid promotional ads and the Spotify campaigns. All the things that they encourage you to do, we do them. And we do it the slow, organic way in making music videos, promoting them as shorts, as TikToks, as Insta Reels. Also, if you'd like, check out all of our content. It's really fun. We do lots of fun videos, lots of funny videos, and we're constantly dropping. We actually drop 7 days a week on all the platforms. Snapchat Spotlight,
Facebook Stories, Facebook Reels, X, Insta Reels, TikTok.
Am I missing any?
others. Of course, YouTube Shorts. Anyway, back to the flags.
2 hours later.
So then I respond and I say, hey, I provided all the evidence you asked for in your request form. I didn't leave any question unanswered. We haven't done anything wrong. Let's get this fixed. I'm sick of having these issues. And we're working really hard and doing it the right way and not using third-party services to just farm streams for us. And at this point, I'm on an actual email thread with someone now, not on the submission form. So they respond and say, hey, we did some more research and we've decided to reinstate all of your music on all the platforms except for Spotify, because that's where the flag came from. Okay, so it's a 50% win. At least our music's back on Apple Music and Amazon Music and all that stuff. But I'm not finished with that. Also, we didn't get reimbursed the money, the $40. So I say, what do I do then? And they say, well, since the flag came from Spotify, you need to go on Spotify Artists and appeal this. Okay, I do that. Now, Spotify Artists, you are not contacting anyone. You are on a chat. And that's it. There is no email or phone number. If there is, put it in the comment below, but good luck. There's one way to communicate, and that's their live, presumably AI, chat. One attempt with the chat, I tell them the whole story, and at the end, he basically says,
We can't do anything about it.
and that's it. Before I move on, if you're still here, thank you, and if you're wanting to know solutions, I get it. My biggest thing so far is don't give up, even if it's annoying. Even if it's happened to you twice, 3 times, you can't give up. This process showed us as a band that we're in this to win it. And I hope you're in it to win it. You have to just keep fighting. All right. I attempt a second chat again. And we get somewhere. They say they do the research. They see that there was no third party used. They believe us because I had to send a bunch of evidence like, look at our Insta Reels, look at our YouTube Shorts. Here's actual screenshots of our receipts when we paid for Spotify campaigns through Spotify for Artists. We're doing these things right. This is where I get the most frustrated. They respond and say, send us the metadata, the monthly metadata that tunecore sends to us. Send that to us because tunecore flagged you. That's right. TuneCore just got done telling us Spotify flagged us. That's why they're the only ones that's not reinstating our music. Spotify says, sure, we'll reinstate your music, but TuneCore's the ones who flagged you, so contact them. Now we're in a game of cat and mouse. And it's frustrating because this is our hard work. We are doing the work to fix their mistakes. And it's not the other way around. They are not doing anything to fix their own mistake. Frustration aside, I still had to do it. I went back to TuneCore and said, listen, bro. Bruh. Send the metadata to them because they're now telling me that you are the ones who flagged us. A couple days later, it worked. They're like, congratulations. Yeah, congratulations for what? For you guys taking our music down for almost 2 months and us not getting any streams or whatever? We're basically to the conclusion of the story. There's one last thing you need to know. The 3 tracks that they flagged from our second album, also our second album's called What Year Is It? Check it out. The 3 tracks, Revolt, Asylum Messiah, and Ashes, are by far our 3 lowest performing tracks. Those were the ones flagged. That's how I knew instantly that this is just a bad algorithm program that is finding flags. I think as of right now our top track is In the Eyes of the Night. Check that out. You'd think that would be flagged. Or our newest single, Ballroom Blitz. Check that out. But no, it was these 3, you know, we love all of our music, but filler tracks somewhat. And those were the ones flagged. One thing we talked about as a band is I don't think this is probably the last time this will happen. I also don't think we're the only ones this is happening to. I think this is a program that looks for something that looks like suspicious activity, but it's not a perfect program, and they're going to find it, and us small bands trying to make it here are going to get hit hard. And if you let these things stop your momentum and say, great, it's just going to, we can't win, then it's true, you can't. You just have to fight, and it's annoying. But, too long didn't read. Recap at the end. If you are flagged by your distribution site or a specific site like Spotify or whatever, fight back. And if they first say that you can't, you just do it again. You may have to get a bunch of proof, like any receipts you have from paid campaigns that are actually legal, and all of the links to your specific socials that you're using for promotions. If you're a band that does live shows for promotions, I don't know, even maybe just posters of your shows, anything to show that you're not using those artificial streaming farmers or whatever. Anyway, if you like this video, great! Come back for more. If you happen to like football, we do football reviews. And of course, if you're a band here, so are we. Check out our music. Put your band in the comment section. We'll check it out. We'll make playlists with you guys on it. We can make collabs, anything. This is fun. Check us out. We'll check you out. Thanks for tuning in. I hope this helped. If not, put questions in the comment because I think we could answer. We went through it, and you can too. See you next time.
QB Reviews Theme.